Hi everybody and welcome back. This video is going to be all about my top 5 tips on how to stay healthy when you're busy. So tip number 1 is to establish a healthy morning routine. Leading a healthy lifestyle is all about having as many healthy habits as possible, and habits are basically things that you do without realizing. So if you have a healthy morning routine, then you really do have the best start to the day. So there are a few things that I recommend to do first thing in the morning, and if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, then you'll know what they are. The first thing is don't spend too long on your phone because you'll just get distracted. The second thing is go grab yourself a drink of water. I personally like mine half hot, half cold, and if I've got a slice of lemon, I'll add that too, just to make it taste better. And then I personally recommend working out in the morning. There's no reason to work out in the morning rather than the afternoon, other than it gets it over and out the way. So many times people think in their mind, oh, I'm going to work out tonight, and then when tonight comes around they don't do it. So I personally recommend getting it out the way first thing, and then obviously get a healthy breakfast. Some people really aren't into breakfast, but if you're working out first thing, or if you're going to have a long morning at work, maybe tempted by the vending machine or chocolate biscuits, then I do recommend leaving the house with some goodness inside you. When it comes to breakfast, I love to add greens to it. So if I'm having porridge, I like to add some grated courgette and some whey protein and some berries and banana. Or if it comes to a smoothie, I always add in a handful of spinach, or lately I've been adding a stick of celery in too. And don't grimace until you've tried it, because I promise you, you cannot taste it. It just adds loads of nutrients. So tip number 2 is to leave the house prepared, and when it comes to work, I leave the house with 3 things. Number 1 is a water bottle, number 2 is my healthy lunch, and number 3 is my healthy snacks. I've got YouTube videos on healthy lunch ideas for work as well as healthy snack ideas, and when it comes to lunch, I tend to make mine the night before, and I tend to make it 2 at a time just to save time. And when it comes to healthy snacks, to save time, these don't need to be homemade. There are loads of healthy pre-packed snacks, so I personally love the naked bars, or things like even just some nuts which come in their own bags, so you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen. You can just head down to the supermarket, but just remember to read the food label first, and if sugar is the first, second or third ingredient, maybe swap it for something that's going to be better for you. So tip number 3 is to make the most out of your morning commute, whether you're going to work or to uni. If it can be active, such as biking or walking it in, great. If not, why not just park your car further away, which is what I do, just to try and up the number of steps that you're going to get in. If you're driving in or if you're on the bus, then why not listen to an educational podcast? 2 that I really love are the ones by Ben Coomber and also Phil Learney, and I will link those down below. So tip number 4 is to do your weekly food shop online. This saves so much time as well as money, and my personal tip is to do a weekly meal plan before you food shop. Then you know exactly what foods that you need for the week as well as what you're going to be making. I've got a full video on the foods that I personally like to buy in, and when it comes to cooking on an evening, things like chili, always remember to cook it in bulk so that then you can save the leftovers in the fridge or the freezer for the following night when you're rushed with time. So my 5th and final tip may sound counterproductive, but it's basically to get an early night. Try and get at least 7 to 8 hours sleep a night, and the reason why this is so good if you're busy is because the next day you'll be waking up feeling refreshed, and you'll also be able to wake up much easier on time. So I personally like to get to sleep around 10 o'clock because I'm up at 6. Sometimes it is 11 o'clock, but as long as you're averaging 7 to 8 hours a night, you will be performing at your best. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I really like doing these quick short videos because I like watching short videos as well whilst I'm getting ready, so that's another extra tip. If you want more information, I will link a full blog post down below. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye!